Grand Rising Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, the views, the subscribes, the comments, the donations, everything. I appreciate the membership. I appreciate everyone and everything. Let's ring the bell. Let's clear out the energy and let's see what the message that Spirit has for us today. You see how it was like I had to make it. It's just normally I can do that and the little thing goes ding, 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 ding. But this time it seemed like something was kind of forced. Like I had to keep forcing it. I feel like somebody, that's what they're doing with themselves. They're just kind of forcing themselves to be the victim all the time. Like it's not my fault. They're knocking old ladies over and they're saying it's because the old ladies cut them off. They're beating up kids because they're saying that the kids looked at them funny. They're wrecking into people's cars because they're saying those people knew what lane they wanted to be in eventually. Hey, Behaven, how are you? It's time for somebody to change themselves because it's time for them to grow out of that victim mode, that victim mentality. It's no longer working. It's not been working for a while. Hope. Hey, Carla. Hey, Ayana, how are you? Someone has hope because right now they're trapped in fear. They're trapped in fear because you know what? Everything that they are going through, they created all of that with all the tools that they had. They wasn't being balanced when they did it, but they created that shit. Now somebody understands it's time for a new beginning. It's time for somebody to rebuild themselves as to who they really want to represent themselves to be, not who they were before. What's the message? The victim mode is no longer working. Good. Triumph and solitude. It's like somebody wants them to, someone they wanted people to see that I'm just sitting here by myself, not hurting nobody. And I'm the one that's always being picked on, but that's a red flag. Someone could see that that was a red flag. Because see, someone could see that when it came time to like maybe how they showed up in this household, in this family and whatever, somebody didn't really do anything. They didn't really put in any effort, you know? They were sitting around waiting for people to do the stuff for them. It's like they weren't even really communicating. They were just kind of acting like somebody had to be there to have all the passion, you know, and to almost like read their mind so that, you know, they, and that like that person could try and read their mind so that they would hope that they would have this harmony with this relationship. Whereas somebody, like I said, they refused to actually add. They was just sitting around waiting for somebody else to do all the fucking work. And now they're trapped in fear because somebody else or a group of people or whatever, they know about it. They know who's doing what they did and everything else. Oh, well. And someone is upset. They're upset. They feel left out in the cold because, see, they didn't think that of all the things that they was doing, they didn't think that this was going to come back around to them. They didn't think that ultimately the finger was going to be pointing back to them as to who did what or didn't do what. Because the way other people see it, this person had a firm had the luxury of a firm foundation, but maybe they didn't know what to do. Once again, this person, they didn't do anything. They were just sat around thinking that somebody was content to be the maid, the butler, the chauffeur, the handmaid, the whatever. No, get your ass up and do something. You got to put in. It's like someone needs to rebuild themselves. They need to stop acting like, oh, well, when somebody leaves me, I don't know why they left me. I don't know why they left me. Because you ain't doing shit. Your ass is fucking lazy. That's why. You know? Somebody they really needed to like come to grips with some things, gain some balance with themselves and start over. Start over. Check your ego at the door. And understand what strength truly is. Understand what being strong is. And being strong is not expecting someone else to do all the fucking work. That's leaving somebody else out in the cold. That's where you find yourself with that emotional withdrawal. That's because somebody chose not to sacrifice shit. But they wanted somebody else to do all the sacrificing. Give them the sweet spot game sign. What's the message? What is the message? Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you. It's a lot. See, somebody's aware now. They aware. Cause see, somebody was sitting around thinking that you was gonna do all of the shit, and you said you dropped it. You dropped the entire plate, platter, food, silverware, drinks, whatever was on that platter, whatever was on that tray. You dropped that motherfucker and let that sucker hit the floor. Boom. Someone understands that one thing that they was doing was not adding positively to a situation. Because see, they in that conflict, that mental conflict, that same conflict is allowing them to see how they defeated themselves, trying to defeat you. Now someone understands that when it comes to this spiritual union, they need to check themselves. They need to do some shadow work. Because there's a whole lot that they feel like they need to learn from you because you teaching them how to step up to the motherfucking plate. You're the one that's teaching them, hey, it's time for you to make different movements, different choices, and different decisions if you want people to have different shit to say about you. This person right now is suffering in silence. Because, they're sitting here looking at you. And they see how people are looking at you, talking about you, acknowledging you. How you have that spiritual prosperity in your life right now, and that material prosperity. Because you sitting here going by the do unto others as you want others to do unto you, and that's exactly what you were doing. Now, sometimes people act like they don't understand what the golden rule is. So sometimes you got to show them what they don't want for them to understand what they truly do want. And what they truly do want is that peace with you. So sometimes you have to show somebody that, hey, you don't want me to go back here. You don't want me to go back there. Mm-hmm. Listen, bottom of the deck. Somebody's a little concerned about this path. They're concerned because, there's something that they was talking about in the community. How they was talking about you in the community. Like they said some pretty rough shit about you, boy. That's why it's hard for them to kind of like go back. Cause boy, woof, it was pretty rough. Hey, Marie, I'm telling you, they was dogging you. They was working overtime. They was working overtime, and this motherfucker was trying to keep it secret, kind of keep it secretive, thinking that they was really getting ready to make you out to be like you was just some raw dog diggity shit. Hey, Marcia, but that's not what happened. What's the message, Spirit? Somebody's in despair because of a path that they chose. Hey, Ms. Too Much to You, boo. How are you? So they upset about a path that they chose because they didn't know that you had already went on your journey. You had already went through that dark night of the soul. You saw who they was and what they was talking about, what they was doing, and everything else. I'm glad to hear that. See, I told you somebody's really concerned. They're concerned because you know what? They really, really, really like you. They wanted to put a ring on it because they see you as the privileged lady. They see you as very high honor, very high honor. And but you know what thing? But now it's like they because they said some shit. Shit has changed. And now they sick. They sick. It's like they sitting here, they really feel sick about themselves, about the shit that they said, because all they did was they trapped themselves. That's it. Them loose lips motherfuckers. And sinking ships. See there, I'm telling you, somebody is upset at themselves. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right, Marcia. Hey, Carla, how are you? Yeah, somebody thought that they was going to be able to keep a secret and that they was going to get some type of attention or some type of sympathy or something like that, and they was going to go on with the rest of their life, and somebody was going, and a group of people was going to be looking at them like, oh, you know what, you poor thing, you deserve a good life, you deserve this. They was expecting this to be in the not too distant future. But see, instead, in the not too distant future, they seeing that everybody looking at them like this old raggedy taggedy lying ass motherfucker. Now somebody seeing that all that shit that they done talked about you, people's like reading about that, like, wait a minute, this shit ain't even the truth. That this ain't what they said. This ain't what this says. This ain't even true. This motherfucker made the shit up. That's when people say, you know what? They starting to cancel on this motherfucker left and right. Hey, I know that we had already planned our trip, as a group, to the islands and everything, and we have already prepaid our tickets, plane tickets, the hotel, the everything that we was gonna do. Everything has already been paid for. But you know what? Um, funniest thing, but the rest of us aren't going to be able to go, but you still go. The other 11 of us, we're not going to be able to go, but we still want you to go. Because, we know you was really, really, really looking forward to this. Funniest thing how this shit happened. Funniest thing how this shit happened. You know? We don't believe it either, but it is what it is. So you go have a good time. If we don't get a refund, we good with that. Enjoy yourself. Make some friends while you over there. With some you're so welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's the message? They didn't think that shit was gonna come back around. What goes around comes around. They thought they was gonna be able to say, oh, the whole spiel of how somebody was that knight in shining armor or something like that, and somebody else was just a heathen walking through town. Now somebody finding out is a whole opposite thing. The whole community finding out how somebody is emotionally bankrupt. Don't put in, don't add, don't do this, don't do that. Just somebody just acting the damn fool. Everybody finding out about this. Hey Amanda, how are you today? Exactly, Marcia. Oh, okay, Amanda. That's all right. Yeah, somebody's upset. They worked hard. They've been working hard. It's like I feel like they've been working hard to try and make themselves look like they was a certain way over the years. Like they was this outstanding, upstanding, law-abiding, concerned, caring citizen that does no harm and climbs up in the tree and rescue kittens and shit like that, and helps doggies cross the street and shit like that, and go volunteers, all that bullshit. I mean, that's wonderful stuff. I volunteer, so that's not bullshit. I volunteer, really. God, God knows, I really do volunteer. But I'm saying, they thought that somebody, because they present themselves as that type of person, that the whole community was going to be able to look past some shit. But I don't think that the community wants to, because they're like, wait a minute now. That means that you're not that whole holier than thou. That means that you throwing the rock and hiding your hand whenever it comes to this relationship. And keep in mind, this person, you clearly on this person's mind. They really, really like you. But the thing is, they didn't talk some shit about you. So either they got to fucking eat all them words, or they got to let you go. What's the message? Anything else in this deck? Thank you. Yeah, they know. They got to eat all them words. They know they got to eat that. They putting on the bib. They getting a knife, a fork. They getting a soup spoon in case they need it. They pulling up the chair. They pulling that plate close to them because they getting ready to eat all them words. Because they know, listen, you only find one of these once in a motherfucking lifetime. Either you jump on it. If you don't, then somebody else most definitely will. But see, somebody's concerned that somebody's gonna hear about that secret, you know, that shit that they done talked about. They done said this, maybe to somebody else that they was messing around with, you know. How they done spoke about something, said some shit too much, and now they got themselves in a predicament. Loose lips sank a ship. Now they got to worry about, well, damn, what if they run into Janice, and what's she gonna say? What if they run into Bertha? What's she gonna say? What if we run into Carl? What if we run into Booker? What they gonna do? Hmm. See, I think it was somebody, they spent so much time of their life just thinking that, it was almost like it was a job, just kind of meeting people, going through people and saying, well, that's not the one, that's not the one, that's not the one, that's not the one. And they wasn't ready to meet that one. And then all of a sudden, they met the one. All of a sudden, they struck gold. They struck sudden wealth, 777. But they wasn't expecting it. They wasn't prepared. They didn't think that it existed. They thought it was too good to be true. Now they understand they have to adjust themselves. Yeah. They got to adjust themselves because they see that you, not only are you an official person, but you are a very high honor. You qualify and you quantify. And the one thing they don't want you to do is they don't want you to break up with them. They don't want you to leave them alone. They want to get it. They want another chance. They want another chance. But it's like something about, somebody's got this, maybe this club or something that they belong to or something. What group do they belong to? And there's somebody that they used to date there that maybe they still kind of see or mess with or talk to or fake the funk or whatever. But they know that they would have to let that person go if they wanted to be with you. Just like you either want this 193 karat gold or you want this half aluminum, half tin, no, a third aluminum, a third tin, and a third pewter piece of piece of metal. Which one you want? Which one you want? Think about it if you want to. See, so somebody understands that the path that they was on, the journey that they was on, just going about their life however willy-nilly, that shit is over. If they want this something new to begin, they're going to have to do something new. Mm-hmm. Anything else from the stack? Thank you. Yeah, somebody's going to have to leave these lovers alone. I mean, you can either have you some lovers or you can have a privileged lady with sudden wealth. It's up to you. So it looks like somebody's writing them Dear John letters or Dear, Beth letters. Dear Linda. Dear whoever. Carl. Whoever. It's not me, it's you. No, it's not you, it's me. Yeah, somebody's ready to get on their path. They're ready to get on their way. Start this new journey because they feel like it's a great fortune. They feel like you are well worth it. They feel like this is something that they've been waiting for. And they almost allowed somebody to get them sidetracked so that they missed it. Almost, almost allowed somebody from their past to get them all caught up. Almost. hmm Bottom of the deck, the Nine of Swords. Yeah, they're up thinking about it. They're thinking about, what do they really want to do? Do they really want to try this? Do they really want to try that? They're thinking about all the shit from the past. They're thinking about the times in the past that they gave their heart, but their heart wasn't reciprocated, or this, that, and the other. And they don't know. They was trying to act like they didn't know how to fucking act. But see, they know now because guess what? Judgment was called. You let somebody know, uh-uh, uh-uh. I'm not dealing with that bullshit at all, ever. Somebody said, it was you either got to come correct or stay the fuck away. Cause somebody they only accepting the truth. They're only accepting somebody that's coming and they speaking the truth. They know what the fuck they want. They have a clear thought. They see clearly who they with. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. They see somebody is clearly very intelligent. Somebody is the choice, the optimum choice, the premium choice. Because this is the same person that knows their worth, has themselves together. It isn't sitting here thirsty, acting all emotional or anything like that, vindictive or anything like that. But this person knows and understands that, hey, things take time. Someone is ready to start over. They're ready to give this a go. They're ready to take a leap of faith so that the wheel of fortune turns in that favor. They've had to deal with some cold, harsh truths, upsetting. They made them feel a certain type of way, but it's what was needed in order to kind of help them to heal, help them to want to heal, to lay down lay down the swords or stop fighting themselves or understand that God's taken them to a calmer place where they don't have to fight. Some place that they can feel and know that they are at home. Some place that they understand and they feel comfortable having both feet in the water. Someone is thinking a lot. Hey, red violet crystals, how are you? They're thinking a lot. Yeah, because they're sitting here thinking about, how they thought that they may have had it before with someone else, this Queen of Wands, and how much they tried and how much love they put in and everything else, and how they tried to, make it so that it was passionate and exciting, and they're thinking about all the work that they did that somebody else didn't do, and only for them to feel like they was the one that was looked over, they was the one that was trapped in fear. When all they really had to do was sit back and observe someone else's actions, reactions, or inaction, to understand exactly which direction they were either coming or going. That's the message. I feel like this has been a long time coming, where someone finally, kind of looks at a certain maybe approach that they've had, a way that they've been doing things for the longest, and how it's just not been working out. And how someone is tired and they don't want to feel like, they don't want to go through any more heartache. They don't want to go through any more heartbreak. They don't want to go through any more, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying, they don't want to do all that. All of that shit is done and over. Somebody just wants to have that life where they feel like they feel comfortable, that somebody else is comfortable with them. Hey, Lightworker William, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Thank you. Yeah. Somebody's just ready for the simple life. Just the simple life. And maybe they're thinking about, how they're going to come back and apologize. What can they say? What can they do? Like, how can they make this right? Thank you. Thank you so very much, Lightworker William. He sent love and light to the world. Thank you so very much. Yes. And this is the truth. Someone is sitting here thinking about, they just want the simple life. They really do. And I feel like they feel like this with around you, with you, close to you. It would just be that. There's no all that. They want that passion, but they understand now that passion is not that chaotic shit. That could be termed a passionate exchange, but they don't want that. That's more trauma, more so than passion. What's the message? What is the message? Thank you. Told you, somebody ready. They understand what it is that they want. They understand what it is that they need. And now they understand that, what? It was a blessing when somebody said they're not putting up with no lies, they're not putting up with no half-ass shit, and they walked the fuck away. If somebody hadn't put their foot down and said, no more lies, if you can't come the fuck on like you need to come the fuck on and step to me the way you need to step to me, I'm the fuck out of here. Had it not been for that, somebody would not have realized exactly how much they actually care for you. Had you stuck around, somebody would have thought that you was one of those same old Rudy Poots like they was used to dealing with. But now somebody understands what they did, how they fucked this shit up, not you. They see you as wifey material. That's what they see when they look at you. Wifey. They see you as someone that's extremely intuitive, as somebody that's very open, as somebody that's going to be very honest with them, as somebody that they can trust, and they can they just see you as like one like a they see you as a high priestess. Something about what you told them, or something that you shed light on them. You shed light on something. You see this, how the light is being shed on this? You shed light on someone's path when you were communicating with them. You told them about themselves, but it's not so much in a negative way. It's just that it shed light on something that they couldn't see before. hmm And it fucked them up for real. Fucked them up. Because they didn't think that you could see that. And whenever you was like, tell you what, you see this flash, you see this big old beam light, see this shit right here? Let me tell you what this is. This is da 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 da. Da. And like you called a spade a spade. Fuck them up. Yeah. Especially whenever it came to them, like I feel like they were trying to come to you some type of childish type of way. Like maybe they was trying to, excuse me, put something on you or something like that, or the way that it was approaching you was in a very immature way. Like they're trying to reach out, but instead of them picking up the phone and calling you, they're going to send you a text. Like a real long ass text that you just can't read it. You just some shit that you got to like, if you have to like look away, you got to remember where you left off at, that kind of bullshit. Hey, if you don't pick the phone up and call me with this bullshit, first of all, I'm not reading all that. I'm gonna skim through that shit. Yada yada yada. There's something about some sharks, and something, something, whatever. Teeth, I don't know, whatever. Who, what, and there's some shit like that. You call them and you like, what the fuck was this shit? It's like the way that somebody approached you or tried to reach out to you. Real young. Instead of just like, yeah, real young. Instead of just calling or something. Stopping by if they know where you live or something. Yeah. You can't make this up. This is how they see you. Like you see exactly through them. You read them. You read the fuck out them. You was like, oh, you see them and they had on some coveralls with some clothes underneath and some long johns, and you was like, you got your green drawers on today, don't you? They're like, how you know? You like, hunch. It's just a hunch. Carry on. Yep. And they feel foolish around you. Because they truly feel like you an earth angel. They feel like they kind of feel like it's almost like they feel burdened, kind of like they wouldn't measure up. Yeah, like they don't measure up. That's what it is. They feel like they don't measure up. And that's why they kind of felt like they had to keep you at bay and create some type of bullshit, you know? Because they want to come towards you, but they're afraid of having their heart broke. But it's just the way that they coming towards you. They really got both feet in the water, but it's just the way that they're coming towards you is young, dumb, and immature. And you was ready to close she was ready to close the door and lock the motherfucker door, close that chapter on this. You said, you know what? I don't know why this motherfucker is acting goofy, dumb, and weird, but I'm out. Yeah, it's like, because, you told somebody the truth. Like I said, it's now somebody, they don't know what to do, how to do it, how to approach you, this, that, and the other. They just know, they just want to come towards you. They regret this and they really want to heal this. Well, texting is not going to do it. I know that's right, Carla. You do not fear the darkness when you are the light. Exactly. What else, Spirit? Yeah, somebody, they can't stop watching you because they feel so left out in the cold. They really do. They really do. They want to be with you. They feel like left out in the cold, like the other half is missing. They really do. They feel like they've been singled out and they've been blamed for why you left. Like they friends is like, you motherfucker. She was so sweet and so kind. You dumb motherfucker. Why would you do that? Why would you say that? Why would you act like that? What you doing? You slow? What you acting like you got a 57 IQ again? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? This is your other half. She was gonna take you to the next level, knucklehead. Get out of here. Don't nobody want to see you. We don't even want to be your friends no more. In fact, give us our friends' lapel pin back. You were kicked out of the friends group. Just kidding, y'all. It shouldn't go that far. It shouldn't. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Thank you. And they holding back. Telling you they don't know how to they don't know how to approach you. They want to approach you. They want to work with you. They want to work something out. They really do. They want to, they want to come towards you. They really do. They just don't know how. Chicken. Chicken, chicken, chicken. We're going to pull a little bit of these cards from the stack. And then I'm going to go get some, well, I'm going to curl my hair. Then I'm going to ready to go get me some brunch. And it's a Saturday, so it's going to be a mimosa Saturday for me. And y'all, if you are watching this video and you have not had an opportunity to subscribe, please do so because I am almost at 5,000. Thank God. Please help me get there. Ooh, somebody is finally dealing with it. Finally. They got some real emotions that are welling up. Because they feel like you can just see them, like everything that they're going through, like everything they're talking about, every excuse. She was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Yeah. Because you realize that, hey, he or she was a hoe. There's a fucking one-trick pony at one point. You was like, no. That's what God has separated you. And that's whenever you realize that you the one who actually had the power. Somebody, you have to be careful what you wish for. They wanted an ending for you. But somebody's family collaborated to stop them. Because they wasn't scaring nobody's kids. Really wasn't. And especially since your career trajectory is on the way up. So, oh, okay. Somebody's inner child needs some attention. And they realize that home is where the heart is. This is somebody who was acting very arrogant at one point. Something is getting ready to happen in the near future. Very soon. Could be on Wednesday. Just remember that you reap what you sow. So plant good seeds and do good deeds. Something could be getting ready to happen around this holiday. You are just a little guarded because you understand that maybe there were some red flags before, with this person who was Satan's helper. And, you wasn't sure if they was popping pills or what the fuck they was doing. Somebody was only in it for the status or the money. And they lost it all because they refused to change. But they have to realize that you are God's greatest gift. Yes, indeed. What else, Spirit? What else? Thank you. Told you somebody's getting ready to get a pay raise. They was only in it for the money. Because they knew that you was getting ready to get a pay raise. Oh. And they got played by the devil, especially whenever you took your power back. I told you. We already saw that you took your power back. And that's whenever you started just focusing on yourself. They clutched their pearls, child. They was like, wait, what? This is somebody with a Q, R, S, or T in their first, middle, or last name. This is somebody who sold their soul and somebody else's soul too for the price of one. It's somebody that, you may have blocked and they ask them, please unblock me. Something about somebody's eighth house, sex, death, birth, and rebirth. Somebody made the dumbest move ever, 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 ever. And they don't realize, or they know now that you've been given spiritual authority, because with wisdom comes wealth. And they big, big mad. And that's too bad. What's the message? Anything else? Okay. Yeah, they do stupid stuff for attention. We already knew that. And now they're trying to seek you out, But they did black magic on the wrong one, because that shit didn't even phase you. It was like a rubber tree plant. Bounced off me, bounced off of us, and stuck back on them. And then we already know that the person for us doesn't have bad karma. We already know that. Y'all, that's it. Hey, Dragonfly Spirit, how are you? I will have a blessed day. All right, y'all, I'm going to go grab something to eat, and then I'll be back. And until then, enjoy Saturday. It's still early here, so I've been up since forever today. At some point, I'm going to have to lay down and take a nap, but it's not going to be right now. Right now, I'm going to go get a mimosa. Thank you so very much, y'all. Thank you so much, Dragonfly Spirit, and Carla, and Lightworker William. I appreciate you coming through too. And Red Violet Crystals, of course. And Marie, yes, thank you. And Marcia and Amanda. Yes. And let's see. Also, and Miss Too Much to You, Boo. I love that name. All right. Okay. Let's see. I am you did for sure. Okay, thank you, Lightworker William. Thank you. Let's see if I can see some more names. Um, all right. Oh, Behaven. Yes, yes, yes. And Carla and Ayana. Yes. Thank you. That's right. Yes. All right. I am so glad that I was able to decrease it to the point where I was actually able to see those first names. Behaving, Carla, Ayana, those are the first ones. Marie, Marcia, Miss Too Much to Be You. I mean, Miss Too Much to You, Boo. That's right. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. And I do look forward to seeing you again in just a few hours. And have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you so very much.